So again, how many stages do we have here?
3.
3. Why? Because we need to choose 1, 2, 3 people, right? This is the 1 and 1.5 stages. I also asked you to indicate a property, right? A characteristic underneath. Now here, it's just going to be the first person, the second person, and the third person. Got it? There's nothing special about this. Now, the first person, how many options do we have? 3. The first person can be either one, let's say it's 1, 2, 3, so it can be 1, 1, 1, right? Let's say we chose 1. That means that if I'm thinking about chronologically, let's say if Noi was chosen to sit first, that means, how many options do I have for the second spot?
2.
2 options, only 2 of you, right? And again, if I'm thinking about chronologically, let's say I chose Noi and then I chose you,
1.
and then for the third person we have only 1 option, it has to be you. Got it? Now, do we multiply them or do we add them? Multiply. It doesn't matter, it just so happens that 3 by 2 by 1 is 3 plus 2 plus 1. But I do want you to know, first of all, Rubik, is that you usually multiply, not to mention the fact that you want 3 people sitting in a row, which means that you want the first one, and the second one, and the third one. Got it? You don't want either the first one to sit down or the third one to sit down. You want all of them sitting down simultaneously. Got it? Therefore, we multiply and we get a 6. Got it? Usually it's multiplication. If you're going to have the word or, then it's going to be plus. Here you didn't have the word or. Now, yeah. I'm sorry?
כאילו אני פשוט בחרתי ורגע אני כבר בדור לכם את זה. אני אראה לך, לאן נראה לי הגיוני ממש לרגע שלי.
No, I can even prove it to you. You with me? Let's assume we're talking about 3 people. Abigail, Benny, and Carlos. You with me? Let's assume we're talking about 3 people. Abigail, Benny, and Carlos. So it can be ABC or ACP or BAC or BCA or CAB or CBA. You have 6 options.
אוקיי, ככה עשיתי ויצא לי 9, אבל...
No, so you made a mistake.
אולי חזרת על משהו.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's definitely 6. Now, you asked me about atzeret beforehand. First of all, I want you guys to realize that 3 by 2 by 1 is what we call 3 factorial. You need to know the name. 3 factorial. 3 factorial. Factorial means that you multiply all of the numbers until you get to 1. Got it? So I'll explain that in a sec, slightly more than that. Another thing that I want you guys to know is quickly, how much is this? Quickly. Don't calculate it. How much is this? 2. Most people would think. No, that is actually incorrect. And that is the mistake people usually make, and you need to know that this is, well, if 3 factorial is 3 by 2 by 1, 6 factorial is 6 by 5, by 4 by 3 factorial. Everybody agrees? 6 עצרת זה מ-6 עד 1. 6 כפול 5 כפול 4 כפול 3 כפול 2 כפול 1. But wait a minute, I'm going to stop at 3 factorial. Why? Because I have 3 factorial at the bottom. Got it? So that means I can reduce both of these, right? And then I have 6 by 20, and that is a 1 by 20. אז קודם כל, 6 עצרת לחלק ל-3 עצרת זה 120, זה לא 2.
וזה עצרת.
הנה, יש לך 3 כפול 2 כפול 1 זה 3 עצרת.
זה משהו שיש במיוחד?
יכול, זה כן, את כן צריכה לדעת, זה כן עוזר לחשב. What is factorial? Factorial, n factorial is n times n minus 1 times blah 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 times 3 times 2 times 1. Got it? n עצרת, לשאלתך, זה n כפול n מינוס 1 כפול וכולי וכולי וכולי, כפול 3 כפול 2 כפול 1.
וזהו?
כן.
על 1.
n עצרת זה n factorial.
זה המכפלה של כל המספרים על 1. מ-n ומטה. זה
המכפלה של כל המספרים הקטנים או שווים ל-n, זה בזה, החיוביים. בסדר? אתה יורד בכפל עד המספר השווה.
לא שווה אבל. כי אתה n כפול n מינוס 1 וכולי וכולי וכולי.
גם ה-n נמצא שם. זה גולה.
לא הבנתי.
אוקיי, בסדר. הבנתי לפעמים.
Now, I do want you guys to know certain things by heart. Please write it down. 2 factorial is 2. 3 factorial is 6. 4 factorial is like 6 by 4, נכון? זו אותה שרשרת עד 3, רק שאת כופלת אותה פי 4, נכון? אז יש שווה ל-24, and 5 factorial is 120, and 6 factorial is 720. That's it. You can stop here. No. But I do want you to know these numbers, and there is a reason. Why? Because when you see these questions, Gabriel, on the examination, they will not go, they would want you to calculate 6 factorial on the actual examination. What I'm telling you, as always, is that I want you guys to know certain things by heart. If you know it by heart, calculation is going to be easier. Questions? So this is now you see why I didn't tell you that beforehand, because if you know this by heart, Shai, then 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial is what? 720. 3 factorial is 6. 720 by 6 is indeed the 120. But I want you guys to know it by heart. Okay.
אני פשוט חשבתי, אמרתי מה חסר לי בהפרשים. 3, נשאר לי 4, 5 ו-6.
Yep. Correct.
זה מגיע בדרך כלל בהסתברות.
It's part of it. Now, the first formula that we learned today, this is a mathematical formula, but a problem-solving formula. The first one is this, n factorial. אז לא נוסחה, תשמעו, מה זה הדבר הזה? n עצרת, אני מכתיב?
רגע, שנייה.
אני מכתיב מה זה, לא מה המשמעות המתמטית של זה, בסדר? n עצרת זה מספר האפשרויות לסידור n פריטים בשורה או בטור. The number of ways to arrange n items in a line or in a column. Look. So either you have a row or you have a column. I'm sorry?
דווקא זה היה כאילו שאלה על 5 אנשים, זה היה פשוט
5 הצעות. 120. ויש כאלה שאלות.
מלא?
יש כאלה שאלות. So this is the second thing I wanted you guys to know. And the third thing, by the way, and this, some of you might have come across, there is a term, while solving these questions, there is a term that's called with replacement and without replacement. Anyone knows this term? Anyone heard it? With replacement, without replacement? No. So please write it down. This is with replacement. This is without replacement. Question number 1 is with replacement. בעברית זה עם החזרה. Question number 2 is without replacement. בעברית זה בלי החזרה.
שזה אומר?
Think about it.
כאילו חזרות על
Exactly. Here, Here we could have used the same letter 3 times in a row. So for example, AAA is still a valid code. However, if the letters A, B, and C represent people, there is no way that Abigail is going to be in the first place, in the second place, and also in the third place. Got it? But usually when we're talking about people cannot be used the same, used again, simultaneously. People cannot appear in 2 different places simultaneously. Letters can. So at home, I want you guys to pay attention to the difference between these 2 points. אותיות כן יכולות לחזור על עצמם, ולכן סל הבחירה נשאר קבוע, 3, 3, 3, ואנשים לא יכולים לחזור על עצמם, אז בהתחלה יש לי 3 אפשרויות, ואז יש לי רק 2 אפשרויות, ואז יש לי רק אפשרות אחת. Without replacement.
אלא הם אומרים שעשו.
נכון, אבל אנשים בהגדרה הם לא יגידו, פה כן, אלא הם כן.
לא, הם אומרים, בגלל זה בגלל.
נכון, ועכשיו תדע איך. Good. So this is already a big chunk of what you need to know in the examination. Now, let's take it up a notch. Go ahead, question number 3. 3 women and 2 men need to be arranged in a line. How many different permutations? Permutations זה סידורים. Permutations זה סידורים. זה מזכיר גם את המילה מוטציות. נכון? מוטציות. כמה אפשרויות שונות זו מזו יש?
כמה גלגולים זה יכול...
נכון. If no 2 women are to stand next to each other. אז אסור ששתי אנשים תהיינה זו ליד. ששתי נשים תהיינה זו ליד. permutations, סידורים. כמה שלבים או כמה מקומות יש? הציינו כמה תכונה מתחת, והציינו מספר אפשרות. את צודקת, אבל אני טועה אם את יכולה לראות את זה ויזואלית. איך זה נראה? So, 3 women. Now,